brothers, welcome back to the arena. Yes, we have another one that comes before us, and strangely enough, it's actually a dude this time, which is, once again, really weird, because how do you have a problem with owning your own life, sir? Who the hell knows? But either ways, yes, the arena, the blood shall flow. This guy has a problem with the MGTOW. You know, whatever. I just like the own way part. Okay, guys. Anyways, yeah. So, this guy, he's like, oh my goodness, yeah, man, got something for the MGTOW. So, I appreciate the new subs that have been coming on. I do recognize my subs and like to make sure that I'm hooking you up with the same stuff that you got on board with. So, you know, let's hear what this fella has to say. Let's go.
Alright, I want to talk about some of you MGTOW brothers out there, right? Now, I've watched a fair few MGTOW channels.
Okay, so first and foremost, this is not an American by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, you could probably tell by the hairstyle. I mean, like the gel and all that other fun stuff. But you know, he got melanin, so I guess he's black. I don't know. I don't like playing in the Crayola box, but you know, people will. Either ways, yeah, I might. Or hold on. Okay, can I get a good accent going? I'm gonna try to match. I'm gonna do my best to match this guy's accent. Right, let's go.
You know, for the most part, I understand that, and like I do like their message and what they stand for, you know. But some of these full-blown MGTOWs, I want to call them full-blown MGTOWs, proper red pill guys, right? The ones who literally, yeah, they'll go their own way, they won't get married or have children or get in relationships, stuff like that, moving a woman. Also, but it's almost like they just don't want literally no interaction with fucking females at all.
And exactly what does that have to do with you, mate? I gotta ask. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about going your own way. I mean, if memory serves me correctly, and there's absolutely no problem with a man who decides that he wants to go on out there and say nah to all the fillies. And okay, isn't that Irish? Either way, he doesn't want to say, he wants to say no to all the fillies and just like, you know, live his life in the lake. So, you know, how is this a problem? I'm just, it doesn't particularly compute, because you, being a man yourself, shouldn't even be worried about the next man, right? I mean, own way. Even though I don't think that he's part of the, he's not claiming the MGTOW or whatnot, what have you. He's clearly voicing some frustrations with individuals in which he has interacted with. But the deal is that the individual doesn't particularly represent the entirety of the philosophy. Can you understand that, mate?
Like, I've been on some of the comment section of some top MGTOW channels. I only watch a couple, and talking about some of the content on there from the guy whose channel it is, you know, talking about how some of the comments on there talking about how they'd rather fuck like sex dolls and all this shit.
It's the internet, mate. There's tons of weirdos everywhere. Exactly. Not like, seriously. It's my age. I'm a millennial. I am like first generation millennial, and so like I witnessed the entirety of the internet. Just really like everybody just was like, yeah, the internet's this mainstream thing. Like, no, but you don't realize what built the internet, guy. You don't really particularly understand the sick and depraved motherfuckers that actually went into setting the internet up and building the internet into, like, you know, what it is right now, particularly if you like deal on surface level. So yeah, there's a lot of just like, you know, weirdos with kinks, and that's where they congregate. They congregate in these spaces. And yeah, some who's the one that I'm thinking about? Is it Turd Flinking Monkey? Because I like back in like a couple years ago, I was watching you know, a ton of channels as well, but many of them got taken down, and there was a lot of like, it's just like sponsorship, like this was like demonetization, a ton of that stuff was going on. But yeah, there was a couple who like and I ain't gonna lie, the whole sex doll thing is incredibly cringe to me as well. It's just like, bruh, nah. Did I just say cringe weird? Either ways, it's very cringe. And because I actually like feeling the insides of a woman. That shit is great. Like, nah, yeah. Ain't no robot. I'm sorry. No matter how you try to put it, that deadness in the eyes, that it's not the same thing. It'll never be the same thing. So I actually understand it, but you can't sit here and be like, yeah, because there's weirdos within, like, all ideologies, right? Or philosophies have a zealot type base to them, right? Even shit like Star Wars, they have like zealots that are just like, oh, this or death, So like, sorry, mate, you gotta like just understand that, hey, it's not your thing. God bless them. Don't hurt anybody. And like, that's the thing. I can't tell where he's from, but here in the United States, it's just like, dude, go ahead. Just don't have it in my face. Seriously.
Fucking kidding me? What does that make you sound like? You sound like a fucking loser. So you'd rather fuck?
To you. To me a bit as well, but I'm willing to give him a pass because it's just like, yo, I'm affable, I'm charming. It's not too hard to tell that I've gotten vagina rather often in my life. So when compared to like these new guys, particularly these young ones coming up in single mother households with like just no male direction. Like when I was a kid, me and my dad sat down and watched Under Siege 2. And I was like, I had to be like 10 or 11 or 12, maybe in that range. And the chick with there's a scene where old girl pops out of the cake with the titties all out. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. My dad's like, yeah. And not to mention, also, I had a bit of interaction with a female earlier in life, whereas I was the, by all technical definitions, the victim of an assault. So there is like, I've been geared towards not being all that uncomfortable and being able to charm my way into vagina. Not a lot of guys were. Not a lot of guys were. So thusly, it's like, hey, like, I mean, if you've never actually felt the warmth of a woman, then you're not, you're not gonna know the difference between the fake thing and the real thing. And shoot, if you get the fake thing first, why not have the fake thing and not even worry about it? I mean, but ultimately, it's a reflection of choices that have been made throughout our society, and that's Western, US, UK, wherever, that have really left generations of young men just lost, really, and it's sad.
An inanimate object, because you can't be arsed, so you just don't want to interact with females to try and get fucking sex. Are you stupid?
No, they've gone their own way, mate. That's the thing. They've gone their own way. And you know what? It doesn't particularly, affect you, mate. Right? Let's go get a beer. like, that's the thing. It doesn't really, like, as a man, you gotta give the next man his autonomy. Like, he's a man. He's a free man. He can do as he please. I may not agree, but God bless him. He ain't hurting nobody.
Are you, like, fucking kidding me? What I found was a lot of these MGTOW guys, yeah, they're fucking losers. I think a lot of them are fucking losers, yeah, especially the full-blown ones. Yeah, it's all good and well known about female nature. I know that as well, but you're gonna catch me.
What do you think? My hair's all done up the way that it is, and I go to the club and rage as much as I do. He's very childish and like, but the deal is that, like, it's the internet first and foremost. So there is just a wide, vast wave of weirdos out there, and hey, man, shit. We're all different. We all bring something different to the table. One of those guys could probably build one of the greatest computers to ever come about the world. But that's a different capacity, And as a man, the hardest thing to ever do. One of the, I really feel like this is a serious thing, and I see it a lot. Just like, you can't tell another dude what to do with his meat. As someone who has a a close and personal relationship with his own, I just know that it'd be, particularly when I was younger, it'd be very hard to. Nah, Jay, don't do that. Jay, go and do that. Can you dig it?
You really gonna catch me fucking a sex toy? You mad?
Oh, no, hold on. Did somebody suggest that you do it? I mean, like, they're doing it, but, like, did somebody tell you to do it?
Some of these guys don't have they just can't bring themselves to interact with women properly. They just don't know how to go about it. Or they think it's almost too much hassle and all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not walking around with like a hair full of gel and like, and you don't have, the type of background, or you don't have the experience to be, far more comfortable in dealing with those of the opposite sex who, whether or not you guys agree, whether you agree or not, are completely different things. Women are not the same thing as men. Men are not the same thing as women. Acknowledge that, and let's go from there, as opposed to what we've been doing. It's like, oh no, it's the exact same thing. And guys, and this is really where a lot of those guys have been just completely screwed over, because in their mind, things are supposed to make sense, right? And her actions will never reflect that, because they're damn near incapable of reflecting that, because of the way her brain is wired. But they weren't taught that. They were taught that, oh well, we're equals and we think the same, so thusly, insert nice guy trope here. I don't know, but the deal is just that, our I guess our culture, our society really needs to start reflecting that biological reality that, if left unfettered and left unchecked, the female brain, the female will do, more, more. That's it. Okay. That's it. And that's actually detrimental to to a functioning society.
So they want to go they'd rather fucking have a wank for the rest of their days, or fuck a sex doll.
No. Some of us can just keep it in the clip until if we ever run across a fresh wound that's worthy of actually making a person with. Some of us can do that. But really, at the end of the day, when it comes to that MGTOW, the OW is the most important thing. Own way, right? And so I think it's insanely important to respect the next, as long as the next man isn't going to harm anyone. Like, he can harm himself all he wants, because, dude, liberty, right? But as long as you're not harming the next person, then by all means, go nuts, man. Like, seriously, smack it on the ass once for me. Have fun, buddy.
Sad shit is that. Like, get a fucking grip, man. Like, that's some fucking bullshit right there, man. A sex doll.
Once again, because what do we got? Like a few seconds left? Let me check. Yeah, there's like a few seconds left. He's just like going off about some guys' choices of where to stick their meat. You guys know on this channel, why even bother, dude? Like, you gonna do what you want, man. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna judge you for it. It's fine. Just we don't have to talk about it either, Some things just aren't my business. And that's really another thing that I think has really gotten blurred, because now that the whole alphabetical thing is so prominent, there's this idea that, oh, I have there's this, I guess, this underpinning mentality that, oh yeah, well, you must know about what I'm doing with my junk, male or female. And it's like, no, actually, I'd rather not, depending on the, strokeability of the female in question. Okay? Without question. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing's caring. And YouTube, bitch, you like, aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know, what do you guys think in the comments? like I said, I really, really appreciate the ideology, particularly the last two words, going your own way, figuring out what your purpose is, and just like, digging in, going hard for it. I will always be here to have your back on that shit. Seriously, guys. When it comes to like people being as judgmental as this guy is, it's all content. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no beef for this guy because I completely understand where he's coming from. Like, yeah, yo, that shit's weird, but I've been to a donkey show, so like, yo, I'm not. I just stop judging after a while. Like, dude, do you? It's not for me, but do you? Okay. Or are you of his mindset like, yo, man, it's disgusting and non, it's my business, even though, but if you think it's your business, please let me know in the comments, all right? And until the next one.